Ayan, so isang magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Araw na naman ng Biyernes. Ibig sabihin, makakasama na naman natin ang ating mga ABM students na kasalukuyan nagtitake ng Business Mathematics for another session of Senior High School Business Mathematics Itoly Online Tutorial. At tayo ay nasa quarter 2 week 2 na, and today is November 26, 2021. Okay. Wait lang ha. Alright. So bago tayo magsimula, ay kamustahin muna natin ang ating mga viewers no sa ating Facebook Live, at kasalukuyan nakikita ko ng aking mga active viewers, no, active every Friday viewers mula sa iba't ibang school, at sa kasalukuyan ay nakikita ko na sina Degamo, si Christine Degamo ang ating first commenter ngayon, na sinundan naman ni Angela Canyon at iba pang estudyante mula sa San Lorenzo Ruiz Senior High School. Ayan, no? So patuloy lang ang inyong pag-comment, at kung kakayanin ay mag-share na rin, i-share na rin ang ating video ngayong araw. At pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw, ngayong Biyernes, ang computation of current increased balance. Okay, so ulitin ko, no? For our quarter 2 week 2 session, ang pag-uusapan natin is computation of current increased balance. So to give you a preview of what current increased balance is, pag-uusapan natin kung paano tayo mag-compute ng principal na amount, and then dadagdagan natin siya ng amount para makuha yung panibagong amount, pero hindi sa katulad ng interest. Okay? Kasi sa interest, no, explain lang natin, ano, pag sinabi kasi nating interest, ito ay tubo. Pero dito malalaman natin later on na itong current increased balance ay kakaiba siya sa interest na alam natin previously. Okay? So to formally start our session today, so let's proceed with our objectives. At the end of this learning episode, you must be able to first to define down payment, gross balance, and current increased balance. So ano nga ba yung mga yan? Ano ba yung down payment? Ano yung gross balance? Ano yung current increased balance? Ano yung increased balance in itself? Later on, we're going to discuss that. And after that, you must be able also to compute, no? Down payment, gross balance, and current increased balance. Of course, hindi matatapos ang ating session ngayong araw nang hindi tayo nagko-compute ng mga problems, na hindi tayo nagsosolve ng mga problems involving the concepts that we're going to talk about today. All right, so okay. So bago tayo magsimula ay magkaroon muna tayo ng recall, very short recall of what we have discussed last time. So last session we talked about concept of compensation and the concept of commission. So just to give you a recall of what is compensation, pag sinabi natin compensation, this is anything, okay, anything na kapalit ng pinagtrabahuhan ng isang empleyado. So pwedeng ito ay sweldo, ito yung pinaka-common na alam natin na compensation, pwede siyang sweldo, pwede rin siyang bonus, pwede rin siyang kaba ng bigas, no, pwede rin siyang incentive, pwedeng kahit ano, pwedeng health insurance, pwedeng kahit ano basta pinaghirapan or kapalit ng pinaghirapan ng isang empleyado. So ang tawag natin doon ay compensation. Ngayon, klase-klaseng compensation depende sa policy ng isang kumpanya or ng isang business. Pwedeng ang compensation or pagpapasweldo ay nakadepende sa oras ng trinabaho. So kung halimbawa, nagtrabaho ng 4 na oras, 5 oras o higit pa doon, katumbas noon yung sasweldohin niya. Meron din naman tayong compensation na based naman sa kung ilan yung natapos niya. Okay? So for example, nakatapos siya ng 5 tali ng ganito or nakapag-repack siya ng apat na packs ng ganyan, so doon naman naka-base yung kanyang compensation. At iba-iba pang klase ng pagpapasweldo or pagbibigay ng compensation sa ating mga empleyado. And then of course, we have the concept of commission, which is the highlight of our last session's discussion. Pag sinabi naman natin concept of commission, this is also a type of compensation, pero more like incentive siya. So itong commission na to ay kinikita ito ng isang empleyado every time at kung siya ay merong na-generate na sales. So for example, isa siyang sales agent, no? At nagbebenta siya ng isang klase ng produkto, at kung ang policy ng kumpanya ay meron siyang 5% na commission mula doon sa, for example, 10,000 pesos na kanyang na-generate na sales, yung commission or meron siyang matatanggap na incentive na 5% ng 10,000. Okay, at hindi siya laging 5%, depende siya sa kumpanya. At hindi siya laging diretso, no? Pwede ring pataas ng pataas. Kung halimbawa, habang tumataas yung kanyang na-generate na sales, ay pataas din ng pataas yung commission rate, merong ganun. So depende ito sa policy ng kumpanya. Okay, so check natin ulit ang ating mga comment, ang ating comment section. So meron akong nakikita mga bagong pangalan, no? So meron si Glico Shamel. Ayan, we also have Cyril Valledor. Ayan, so we also have from Eusebio High School. Ayan, good afternoon, Maria Andrea Salazar Nacario. We also have Elmar Aglipay. and Angela Canono, Angela Beatriz Canono. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, just keep on commenting, and if kaya ay i-like and share ang ating video lesson, ang ating Facebook Live ngayong araw. Okay? And to continue our recall, last time nagbigay ako ng items, no? Nagbigay ako ng exercise that you need or that you are that you have an option to answer, no? Pero this is magandang exercise para ma-practice ninyo yung lesson na natutunan ninyo last time, which is about compensation as commission as compensation. All right? So ito yung mga problems na bigay ko last time, and here are the answers. So paki-check kung tamang inyong sagot. Hindi ko bibigay yung solution, no? So the solution will be up to you. Okay, so number 1, the answer is, therefore, the agent received 15,000 pesos in commission. Ito ay straight type ng commission. Ibig sabihin, diretso nating i-multiply itong commission rate na 10% doon sa na-generate na yung sales, which is 150,000 pesos. So if we multiply 150,000 pesos by 10%, the answer will be 15,000 pesos. Meaning, ito yung matatanggap ng agent as commission. Okay? Next, number 2. So this is the problem about the sales lady receiving a salary of 12,000 pesos. Tapos meron siyang 5% na commission bukod, okay? Bukod doon sa monthly earnings niya na 36 so bukod sa kinikita niya na 12,000 pesos. So ito pala. So itong 12,000 pesos yung kanyang monthly salary, at ang kanyang sales na na-generate ay 36,532, at yung commission na makukuha niya is 5%. At the answer will be, therefore, the sales lady will earn 13,000 pesos, 826.6 for this month, which includes her commission and salary. So what we're going to do is we're just going to multiply. All right? So multiply natin itong 5% by 36,532 pesos. And whatever the result is, we're going to add that to 12,000 pesos. Okay? Kasi makukuha natin by multiplying 5% and 36,000 something will just be the commission. And we are asked to find the earnings for the month. So with that should include the salary. Okay, and the last one, this is the problem about Demi Lovato. So ang sabi dito, nakabenta siya ng 3 cellphone, no? Siya ay isang sales representative. So nakabenta siya ng 3 cellphone, ito yung presyo, yung 3 yan. And then she is expected to earn 7% naman. So yung kanyang commission ay 7% based doon sa na-generate niya na sales. And then the question is, magkano yung kanyang commission, no? Magkano yung kanyang commission, at magkano rin yung kanyang matatanggap for that month? Kasi ang sabi dito, kumikita siya ng monthly pay na 23,500 pesos. And then merong additional question na override, no? 2% naman na override. So the answer to that is, Demi Lovato will earn 3,000 pesos, 2.79 in commission. So ito, paano nakuha itong 3,000 na ito? This is the product of 7% and the sum of 13,599, 9,299, and 19,999. So, para makuha natin yung commission, kailangan muna natin kunin yung total sales, okay? Yung total generated sales. And then after that, multiply by 7%. And that should be 3,002.79. Para naman sa kanyang monthly pay, so yung monthly pay niya should include yung kanyang basic pay, which is 23,500. So we just have to add 23,500 dito sa commission na nakuha natin, and that should be 26,000 pesos, 502.79. Para naman dun sa override, okay, so yung override ay para lang din commission, no? Itong override ay naka-base, yung computation natin ng override ay naka-base din sa generated sales. Ang kaibahan lang ng commission sa ng override is, pag commission, ito ay matatanggap mo based sa sales mo. Pag override naman, ito ay matatanggap mo based sa sales ng iba. So for example, member mo siya. Okay? Or constituent mo siya, or nasa under siya ng inyong organization, okay? So kung ano man yung ma-generate niya na sales, meron ka ring part doon. Pero of course, the override rate is usually lower than the commission rate. All right? And so the answer is 857.94 pesos. Okay, so ayan, so meron tayong viewer from from YouTube. Ayan, so si Yani May Lorinsalen. Ayan, so okay, so she galing siyang ayan, taga Sanlo pala siya, no? So 11 ABMD. Ayan, so magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Okay, so let's move on. Of course, hindi mawawala ang ating senior high school badge program for business mathematics, at award na natin agad-agad. Huwag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Sino ang makaka-receive ng badge award natin for Math Galing ngayong linggo? So sila ay Of course. Ayan. So ito yung mga active last week, no? Sila yung mga active na commenter sa ating session last week. So sina Jessica Arizapa, Mariel, Angela, Leslie, Maritoni, Michelle, Marian, Mary Grace, Juliana, Jarel, Harvey, Rika, Gail, Moraya, Renz Tyrone, Corinne J, Claire, and of course, Amana Maruhon. Alright? So sa susunod ay sa ngayong araw ay just keep on sharing, just keep on being active sa ating session ngayong araw para sa susunod ay malay nyo ay mag-improve na or mag-upgrade ng inyong badge. No? So hindi na lang math galing yung marireceive nyo sa susunod na linggo. Kaya so magandang hapon, Kim Blanco. Okay? Ayan, so good afternoon din Francesca De La Rosa. So syempre hindi ko na binabati yung mga ano natin, yung mga dati na nating active members. So ito kasi wini-welcome natin sila kasi sila yung mga bagong names na nakita natin sa ating comment section for our session. Okay, so let's proceed to our lesson proper. So again, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw is computation of current increased balance. So just to give you an idea, pag sinabi nating current increased balance, meron tayong balance nung una and then nag-increase siya. So very straightforward, di ba? So meron tayong original na balance, meron tayong panibagong balance na mas mataas kaysa doon. Now the question is, paano ito nako-compute and for what purpose? All right? So let's first have the definition of terms. So we have the following terms: down payment, gross balance, and increased balance. So pag sinabi natin down payment, this is the initial payment made for an item usually for the purpose of securing a purchase. So very straightforward. Pag sinabi nating down payment, ito yung paunang bayad. And this is usually expressed as a percentage of the original amount. So for example, ang kailangang bayaran is 20,000. Tapos ang down payment na nire-require is 20%. So mumultiply lang natin yun, the answer should be 4,000 pesos. Ganun siya. Ganun ang down payment. It is a percent of the original amount. Now, what's the purpose of down payment? For securing a purchase. So for example, paunahan kayong bibili dyan. So para ma-make sure mo na sa'yo mapupunta yung item na gusto mong mabili, kailangan mo magbayad ng down payment. So usually, itong down payment ay nag-exist sa mga very large price na products. So for example, kapag lupa iyan, or yan ay kotse, no? Tapos suhulugan mo na lang yung mga natitira, ang tawag natin doon is down payment. No need to over-explain that. Okay? Gross balance naman, this is the amount remaining after payment is made. Okay? So pag sinabi natin gross balance, ito yung matitira na amount after a payment is made. So for example, sa 20,000 pesos, nag-down payment ka ng 4,000 pesos. Ang matitira ay 16,000 pesos. Yung 16,000 pesos ang tawag natin doon is gross balance. Now for example ulit, mula doon sa 16,000 nagbayad ka ng 2,000. So 16,000 minus 2,000, the answer will be 14,000. So ibig sabihin, itong 14,000 is another gross balance. Pero yung gross balance na sinabi ko nitong huli ay bagong gross balance. Okay? Basta the bottom line is, every time magbabayad tayo, the remaining amount, ang tawag natin doon is gross balance. But, take note, hindi porket natira siya, yun na yung babayaran natin sa mga susunod. Okay? So for example, balik tayo doon. So 16,000, nagbayad tayo ng 2K, ang matitira is 14,000. Itong 14,000, this is the gross balance, but it is not necessarily the price na babayaran nyo sa susunod na payment of term. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na current increased balance. Okay? So this is the remaining amount that needs to be paid, which may include interest and penalties. Okay? So ito talaga yung binabayaran. Itong increased balance is computed based on the gross balance. So for example, 14,000 pesos. And then nag-decide yung nagpapautang or yung may-ari ng item na pinagbilan mo na madadagdagan siya ng another, let's say for example, 500 pesos. So the increased balance would be 14,500. At itong 14,500 na yung babayaran, hindi yung 14,000. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin ng yun ang ibig sabihin ng increased balance. Mula doon sa balanse na natira mula nung nagbayad ka, madadagdagan iyon, yun yung panibago mong babayaran. That is what we call increased balance. Okay? Now, ano yung mga dumadagdag dito? So, sabi dito, which may include interest and penalties. So, kapag ka-credit card, usually nag-exist ito kapag late ka ng payment o kaya merong breach of contract, no? Kasi meron kang pinipirmahan dyan pagdating sa pagbabayad. Kapag meron kang late na payment or meron kang nagawang nag-violate sa kontrata, merong papatong na interest rate or penalty rate. Okay, so ulitin ko, down payment, paunang bayad. So yan, so may sagot si Mira. Sabi niya, down payment is paunang bayad po para ma-secure ang isang item. That's correct. Pag sinabi natin gross balance, ito yung matitira after a payment is deducted, but not necessarily the payment or not necessarily the amount that you should pay for the next payment of term. Increased balance is the gross balance added a certain portion of it or an amount. Okay? Now, so let's proceed. Sa computation tayo, in computing increased balance, so we just focus on computing increased balance. With down payment, the steps below shall be followed. So for example, merong original na amount, isipin nyo, for example, merong 50K. Itong 50K ay merong babawasan ng down payment. Tapos yung matitira na amount, which is gross balance, ay merong panibagong dagdag. Tapos meron tayong tinatawag na increased balance. The steps that we should follow is ito. So una is solve for the down payment. Yung down payment is just the product of the original amount and the down payment rate. Solve for gross balance after down payment. So we just have to subtract naman yung down payment mula dun sa original amount. Babawas lang natin. And then ultimately, solve for increased balance. Paano kino-compute yung increased balance? Let's see the following formulas. Ito yung corresponding formulas na gagamitin natin for each step. So first is down payment. Down payment is the product of the price, original price, and the down payment rate. So kapag nakita nyo yung problem, you just have to look for the principal amount and the down payment rate if you are asked to compute for the down payment. And then after you ma-compute sa down payment leading to computing the gross balance, you just have to look for the original amount and then the computed down payment. So kapag nagkamali kayo sa down payment pa lang, mamamali na kayo for the rest of the process. So para sa gross balance, you just have to deduct the down payment from the principal amount. So that's P minus DP. And then finally, increased balance is GB times the sum of 1 plus I. Ano yung I? Ito yung rate of increase, kaya siya I. So pag sinabi na mag-i-increase siya ng 5%, yung 1 plus 5%, edi magiging 1.05, i-multiply nyo yan doon sa nakuha nyo dito sa step 2, that would be your increased balance. At increased balance yung babayaran nung bumili ng item or umutang or nag-avail ng item. Hindi si gross balance. Okay, so let's have some examples para mas maintindihan natin ito, ano? So ayun nga pala, no? So ito yung mga legend na ito yung mga variables na inintroduce ko. No? So P as the initial amount, okay, so DP as down payment, DPR as the down payment rate, GB as the gross balance, IB as increased balance, and I as the rate of increase. Again, take note, itong I na nandito, hindi siya interest. Okay? Hindi siya rate of interest. Ito ay rate of increase. Ang rate of interest kasi, yung pagko-compute kasi natin ng tubo is dependent on the time and the interest rate. Ito kasi independent of the, regardless of the time kung kailan siya, kung ilang beses siya babayaran. Basta ito ay rate of increase. Kung magkano, kung ilang percent yung madadagdag mula doon sa gross balance. Okay, so let's have some examples. Problem number 1. Compute the down payment, gross balance, and increased balance for an item loaned at a price of 125 pesos with required 20% down payment. The balance will be increased by 7% after down payment. Okay, so ulitin ko, no? So pinako-compute sa atin yung down payment, gross balance, and yung IB para dun sa item na binili sa halagang 125,000 pesos, tas nare-require na 20% yung down payment. Tapos yung balance daw will be increased by 7% after down payment. So, paano natin siya gagawin? So, unahin natin yung pinakamadali. Sa down payment muna tayo. Sige nga, kung kaya nyo akong unahan, please drop your answers via comment section. So with P equals 125,000 pesos, ito yung original amount, di ba? Ito yung amount na inutang. Okay? Ito yung presyo ng inutang, I mean. Tapos yung down payment rate natin, yung down payment na nare-require is 20%. Down payment will be what? O sige, may sagot si Ren. Sabi niya, 25,000 pesos daw. So ano bang ginawa doon, Ren? Sige nga, kung pwede mong ihabol, paano naging 25,000 pesos? We just have, okay, that's correct. We just have to multiply, no? Multiply lang si P tsaka si DPR. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. So that's 25,000 pesos. Ito yung paunang bayad. Okay, that's correct. Next, how about the gross balance? Magkano yung gross balance? Okay, so with down payment naman, alam na natin yung down payment is 25,000 at 25,000. Magkano yung gross balance? Ano gagawin natin? We just have to subtract mula sa P. So the answer is, that is correct. Our gross balance is 100,000 pesos. 125K minus 25K is 100K. Okay? How about rate of yung increase balance? Magkano yung increase balance? Magkano yung magiging pinakabalanse niya after ma-add ng 7%? Ano bang formula? 'Di ba ang formula is GB times 1 plus I. GB times 1 plus I. So ang ating yung rate of increase natin is 7%. Okay? Increase rate ito hindi interest rate, rate of increase. So 7% plus 1, that is 1.07. We just have to multiply that by our gross balance, which is 100,000 pesos. And the increased balance will be what? Okay, that is true. That is 107,000 pesos. Okay, so increased balance is 107,000 pesos. So ito yung GB natin, 'di ba? 100,000. Tapos minultiply natin siya sa product as a sum ng 1 tsaka ng 7%. Si 7% yung ating rate of increase. Okay, nakuha po ba? Kung nakuha, please mag-react ng heart. Okay, mag-react ng heart sa ating live. Kung medyo na-gets lang, mag-react ng wow. Okay? Sige, heart kapag ka-gets na gets. Wow kapag ka medyo gets at need pa ng time to absorb the solution. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to take a screenshot of this slide. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. So ang dami nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Next, problem number 2. If an item bought for 350,000 pesos is to be secured with 15% down payment and with balance increased by 8%, how much will be the initial balance to be paid by the buyer? Okay, so how much will so ang sabi dito, yung item daw na binili is 350,000 pesos yung presyo. Tapos ang nire-require na balance is ang nire-require na down payment is 15%. Okay? Tapos yung matitira daw doon, magi-increase daw ng 8%. And then the question is, magkano yung initial na balance na dapat bayaran ni buyer? So of course, the first step is to compute the down payment. At anong down payment natin? Sige nga, our down payment is the product of our P and our DPR, or our original amount and the down payment rate. So the down payment will be, magkano down payment? Okay, that is correct. So 52,500 pesos. Tama si Ren, si Micaela Labay. Ayan, so sila yung mga nauna nakasagot. Okay, that's correct. So ating down payment is 52,500 pesos. So para ma-secure yung item na ang halaga is 350K, dapat si buyer ay magbayad muna ng 52.5K. At kanya na yung item. How about our gross balance? Anong gagawin natin sa gross balance? Sige nga. Wala pa ako nakikitang gross balance. Pwede naman na dire-diretso, hindi ba? Our gross balance will be the difference between 350K and 52.5K. And that is, okay, so that is also correct. Our gross balance is 297 pesos. 297,500 pesos. Okay, pero gross balance pa lang ito, again, hindi pa ito yung babayaran niya. Okay, hindi pa ito yung babayaran niya kasi ang sabi, ang babayaran daw niya is kung magkano yung mag-increase after ipatong yung 8%. Okay? Ayan, so nakakatuwa naman. Ang dami nakakakuha ng tamang sagot. Very good, guys. Okay, how about our increased balance? Sige. Ang ating rate of increase is 8%. Magkano ang increased balance? Sige nga. Ang magiging bagong balance natin is how much? Sige, nag-aabang ako dito sa comment section. Okay, that is correct. So, multiply, i-add lang natin sa 8% doon kay 1 and then multiply dito kay 297,500 and the answer is 321,300 pesos. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung unang balanse na dapat bayaran ni buyer. No? So kung bayaran man ito ng monthly, bayaran man ito ng semi-monthly or semi-annually, or kung tuwing kailan man niya gustong bayaran, basta ang una niyang babayaran is 321,300 pesos. Okay, ayan. So medyo gets ba? Mas na-gets ba kaysa dun sa ano? Mula doon sa first solution natin hanggang dito, mas mas naintindihan ba? If yes, please react a heart. Kung kailangan pa ng time para i-absorb, please react a wow. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds again to take a screenshot of this slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Number 3. Compute the down payment, gross balance, and increased balance for an item loaned at a price of 25,000 pesos with required down payment of 25%, and the balance will be increased by 6% after down payment. Sige nga, tingnan natin kung anong sagot ninyo. So, ang sabi dito, yung item daw, yung presyo daw ng item is 25K. Tapos, ang pinababayad daw na down payment is 25% of that. And then, the balance will be increased by 6% after mabawas yung down payment. Ayan. So, nakakatuwa itong sagot ni Mira, ano, kasi buong-buo talaga, no? Mula first step hanggang last step. Ayan, that's correct. For item number 3, down payment is, so we just have to multiply again. And that is 6,250. Tama si Sofia, si Angela, dalawa ng Angela natin, ano, si Canono, tapos si Canyon. So tama sila. Francesca, okay, Christian Humawan, that's correct. So our down payment is 6,250 pesos. How about our gross balance? We just have to subtract, hindi ba? Gross balance will be, okay, that is correct. Gross balance will be 18,750 pesos. We just subtracted the 6,250 from 25K, and the answer is 18,750. And finally, how much is the increased balance? Ilang percent yung dagdag? 6%. Hindi ba? So itong 18,750, dadagdagan daw natin ng 6%. Okay? So kung 6% yung dadagdag dito, magkano na siya? Okay, that is correct. Our increased balance will be 19,875 pesos. Okay, ito na yung babayaran. So 19,875. Hindi itong 18,750. Itong 19,875. Okay? Sige. So ito medyo madali lang ito, no? Medyo may pattern kasi tayo dito no? So meron tayong down payment, gross balance, and then increased balance. Alam natin kung paano gamitin si increased balance. We just use this formula. Okay? So let's proceed to our new set of problems. So punta tayo sa credit cards. Okay? Sino dito may mga credit cards? Ayan. So like lang, kung alam niyo yung konsepto ng credit card, kung paano nagbabayad, kung paano yung penalty rate, sige, para meron tayong idea. Anyway, so for problem number 4, we have this. So Mr. Tobias purchased some clothing items via credit card amounting to 6,800 pesos. So nag-shopping daw si Mr. Tobias, tapos yung total ng kanyang na shopping is 6,800. Ngayon, required siya, ayan, so he's required to pay monthly at least 20% of that amount. So, for example, ngayon siya nag-shopping ng 6,800, sa susunod na buwan, kailangan yung 20% ng 6,800 ang ibabayad niya. Tapos kung magkano yung matitira niya, kung magkano man matitira nun sa susunod, 20% ulit. So 20% lang ng 20% sa bagong balanse. Okay, so hindi siya laging ganun hindi siya laging, kasi base dito magiging 13,200. Hindi ba? At magiging 1,320. Pero hindi siya laging 1,320. Kasi pabawas yung balanse. Hindi ba? So pag pabawas yung balanse, pabago-bago rin yung 20% noon. Okay, so basta sabi dito, 6,800 yung kanyang sinaping, tapos pinagbabayad siya ng 20% kada buwan ng balanse. Tapos sabi dito, di ba 20%? Ang sabi dito, kapag daw siya ay na-late ng bayad, pag na-late daw siya ng bayad, madadagdagan daw ng 5% yung remaining balance niya. So kung isipin ninyo, madadagdagan ng 5% yung remaining balance niya para siyang increased balance. Actually, it is increased balance. So gagamitin natin dito, kapag siya ay na-late ng pagbabayad, magdadagdag tayo ng 5% at gagamitin natin dito yung formula for increased balance. Yun ay kapag ka na-late siya ng bayad. Pero kung hindi siya man-late ng bayad, hindi mag-a-appear itong 5% na penalty rate. So sabi dito, last month, he paid later than scheduled. So na-late si Mr. Tobias sa unang payment niya. First payment niya eh. Di ba? So na-late daw siya ng bayad. Ngayon ang tanong, how much did he still need to pay after that? So kung na-late siya ng bayad, alam natin ngayon na meron siyang penalty rate. Okay? Ang tanong is magkano yung babayaran niya after mabawas yung first payment niya. So, una natin gawin is tingnan natin muna kung paano ba mag-compute ng balanse gamit yung credit card with penalty. So for transactions of purchase where a payment is made later than scheduled, a penalty rate is usually applied. In such cases, we follow the steps shown. So kapag ka na-late ng bayad sa credit card, ito yung susundin nating steps. So una, get the gross balance. Okay? So ito yung gross balance na, yung gross balance kasi natin kanina, 'di ba, binabawas lang natin yung down payment mula doon sa original amount. So ito, ganun din to, no? Mas shortcut lang natin yung formula. So yung gross balance dito is PB times 1 minus PR. So ano yung PB? Pag sinabi nating PB, previous balance yan, PR is yung rate of payment or payment rate, kung ilang percent yung pinababayad na payment. So para lang yung down payment kanina, hindi ba? Okay. Next, if payment is made on time, no penalty will be applied. Of course. Di ba? Kapag nakapagbayad sa on time, hindi tayo maglalagay ng penalty rate. Pero, if payment is made later than scheduled, use the formula IB is equal to GB plus times 1 plus I, which is exactly the rate, the formula for increased balance. So, gagamitin pala natin yung formula ng increased balance kapag na-late ng pagbayad yung customer. Okay? Mula rito. So, sir, ano yung gagamitan natin nito? Yung gross balance. Ito. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung legend natin. Of course, PV, sinabi ko na, di ba? PB as previous balance, PR is payment rate. So, PB yung kung magkano yung unang balance, PR kung ilang percent yung payment na pinababayad. So, itong PB, itong previous balance, paiba-iba ito. Si PR, parehas lang ito. Kung sinabing 20% yung bayad, 20% lang yung bayad niya. Kung 10, 10, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, continue natin si Mr. Tobias. So, ulitin natin, ano? Si Mr. Tobias nag-shopping ng 6.8 ang halaga, record siya magbayad ng 20% ng mga balanse. Kapag na-late siya ng bayad, 5% yung madadagdag dun sa remaining balance niya. Mag-i-increase ng 5% yung balance niya. Tapos last month daw, yung first payment niya, late siya nagbayad. Ang tanong, magkano yung babayaran niya after that? So una natin gagawin, compute muna natin yung balanse pagkatapos siya magbayad nung una. Okay? So PB, yung previous balance natin is yung original amount kasi first payment pa lang ito eh. So 6.8 yung previous balance natin. Yung payment rate which is laging 20%. So we have, using the formula, GB is equal to PB times 1 minus PR. Just plug in the given. Diba? 6.8 plus 20%. Okay? And our gross balance is 5,440 pesos. After first payment was deducted, okay? So ito, straightforward naman ito. No? Wag muna kayong malito pagdating sa computational aspect. Mag-focus muna kayo doon sa flow. Okay? So after first payment was deducted, gross balance was 5,440. Nung nagbayad daw siya ng 20%, okay? Nagbayad daw siya ng 20%, yung bagong balance daw is 5,440 pesos. Pero take note guys, itong 5,440, hindi pa ito yung babayaran niya. Kasi na-late siya ng bayad. Kumbaga sa susunod, 'di ba sabi kasi 20% eh. Hindi tayo dito hindi ito yung multiply natin by 20%. Okay? Saan tayo mag-multiply ng 20%? Itong 5,440 dahil na late nga siya, dadagdagan muna natin ito ng 5%. Okay? Tapos yun yung babayaran niya sa mga susunod. So, di ba, si Mr. Tobias late daw yung first payment niya, 5% yung penalty rate. So dahil na-late tayo, di ba sabi ko kanina, pag na-late tayo ng bayad, gagamitin natin yung formula for increased balance. Ano yung GB natin? Gross balance natin ito, 5,440. Tapos yung penalty natin or yung rate of increase will be 5%. At magkano yon? Sige nga. Because the payment is late, the penalty rate o 5% will be applied? And so the answer is, sabi ni Angela, Canyon, 5,512. Let's see. O ito yung gagamitin natin na formula. Ipasok na natin, ano si GB? Kung magkano yung naging result after mabawas nung down payment. Basta tandaan nyo lang lagi, class, pag sinabi natin gross balance, ito yung matitira after mo magbayad, but not necessarily the amount that you should pay next time. Okay, gross balance yon. Ang laging sureball na babayaran is yung increased balance. Okay, so ang GB natin is 5,440. Ayan, so medyo nagagaw na tayo sa oras. GB natin is 5,440. Rate of increase natin is 5%. Okay, so sabi ni Mira, tingnan natin, basahin muna natin yung sagot niya. Ayan, so 5,712 increased balance need to pay po. Sige, check natin. So, just plug in the numbers. The result is 5,712 pesos. Meaning, after his late first payment, si Mr. Tobias still needs to pay 5,712 pesos. Ito na yung babayaran niya. So take note, class, magpapatong lang tayo ng rate of increase, magpapatong lang tayo ng penalty rate after that late payment is made. Kapag hindi pa nababayad yung payment, hindi pa tayo mag-a-add ng penalty rate. Okay? Ganun siya. So in this case, ang kailangan pang bayaran pala ng Mr. Tobias is 5,712 pesos dahil nga na-late siya ng kanyang first payment. Kung sakaling, eto class ha, sige nga, kung hindi siya na-late ng first payment, magkano yung magbabayaran sa susunod? Ulitin ko yung question ko ha. Kung hindi siya na-late ng first payment niya, magkano yung babayaran niya sa susunod? Magkano? Kung hindi siya na-late. Okay. Ang babayaran niya sana, itong 5,440 pesos. Ayan, so tama si Francesca de la Rosa. Kaso na-late si Mr. Tobias For whatever reason, na-late siya ng bayad. So, ang kailangan niyang bayaran is 5,712. Pero kung napaaga siguro siya, 5,440 lang. Sayang din, magkano 300 plus din yan, hindi ba? Malaking bagay din yan. Okay? Nuggets po ba? Ayan, kung nuggets, please pakipusuan ang ang slide natin. Kung medyo kailangan pa ng time, mag-react tayo ng, wow, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds again to take a screenshot of our slide. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. Follow up natin, no? Mag-follow up tayo kay Mr. Tobias just to make sure na nag-gets ninyo, no? To follow up, let's follow up on Mr. Tobias. So, ang alam natin from Mr. Tobias is, ang sinaping niya is 6,800. Diba? Nag-shopping siya ng 6,800. Tapos, ang pinababayad sa kanya is 20% kada buwan nung balanse. Tapos, pag na-late daw siya ng bayad, 5% yung penalty. Ngayon, second and third payment naman tayo. Sa second payment daw niya, on time. O di very good. Very good si Mr. Tobias. Second payment, on time. O so isipin nyo kagad ngayon, may penalty rate o wala? Wala, syempre. Kasi on time Third payment daw niya, late. So, kung late siya ng third payment, ibig sabihin, nako, meron na namang penalty rate si Mr. Tobias. Ang pinako-compute sa atin is billing. So, kung magkano yung mag-a-appear na balance doon sa kanyang second and third payment. Okay, so let's see. So, anong gagamitin natin dito? 6,800 pa rin ba? 6,800 pa rin ba? Yes or no? Second payment na tayo. 6,800 pa rin? Hindi na. Okay? Ang gagamitin nating bagong balanse dito is yung nakuha natin mula nung after ng first payment, which is how much? 5,712 pesos. Ito yung na-compute natin, di ba? So, ganun to, class. So, chain ito, no? Chain reaction ito. So, hindi kayo lagi magbe-base dito kay 6,800. Kapag second payment, magbe-base kayo doon sa first payment. Pag third payment, magbe-base kayo doon sa second payment. Ayan, very good. Okay. Ayan, so, pero class, hindi porket naintindihan yung konsepto ng credit card ay mag-credit card na kayo, ano? Malaking responsibilidad ang pag-credit card. Anyway, so, ang bago nating balanse dito is 5,712. So, compute natin yung balanse niya after second payment. Magkano? Using the formula. So, 20% pa rin yung PR natin, pero yung PB na natin is 5,712. So, we have Formula is GB is equal to PB times 1 minus PR. And, okay. Increase balance na yung kay Francesca. Wala pa Nakshi. Dito pa tayo sa gross balance. Gross balance pa lang tayo. Okay, so gross balance So nung nagbayad daw siya ng 20% ng 5,712, yung natira is 4,569.6. So tama si Renz. Ayan. Tama yung sagot ni Renz, ni Cyril, ni Marit. Yung kay lang muna. Asa na yun? Ayan, si charot lang. Si Renz, si Cyril. Ayan. Tsaka kay Yani. Yan, tama yung sagot nila. Okay? Gross balance pa lang, class. Okay, second payment. Ngayon, okay. Ito bang 4,569.6 ay dadagdagan pa natin ng 5%? Yung 4,569.6, dadagdagan ba ito ng 5%? Yes or no? The answer is no. Kasi, hindi naman sa late, on time siya. So kapag on time class, hindi gagamitan ng IB formula. Okay? So ibig sabihin itong 4,569.6, okay? Itong 4,569.6, ito na yung balance na mag-a-appear doon sa kanyang second billing. Ito yung first billing, ito yung second billing. Sir, bakit parehas lang? Di ba sabi nyo, yung GB ay hindi naman siyang automatic na babayaran. In this case kasi, since wala naman siyang penalty, wala siyang penalty. Hindi siya late nagbayad eh. So ito na yung balance na babayaran niya sa susunod na payment, sa third payment niya. Ayan. So ganun class ha. Tandaan nyo agad, kapag na-late na siya ng payment, automatic may IB formula. Pag on time siya nagbayad, automatic walang IB formula. So kung ano man yung makuha natin sa GB, yun na yung mag-a-appear sa billing niya. Okay? Sige, take a screenshot, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Continue natin. Second billing na tayo. So third billing na tayo. Anong balance yung gagamitin natin for third billing? Itong 4,569.6. Okay? So, second payment on time, third payment late. Late. So, anong sabihin na to? Itong 4,569, after magbayad muna, okay? After magbayad nito, saka dadagdagan. So, compute muna natin yung panibagong gross balance. So, ito ni gagamitin natin. So, ang bago nating PB is 4,569.6. So magkano matitira after niya magbayad ng sa third payment? Magkano babayaran after third payment? Guys. Magkano babayaran after third payment? Okay, so ang babayaran after third payment is, using the formula GB is equal to PB times 1 minus PR, the answer is 3,655.68. Ayan, so tama si Mariel. That's correct. Ito yung GB. Ito na ba yung babayaran niya? Ito ba yung mag-a-appear sa third billing niya? Sa third payment billing niya? Ito ba yung mag-a-appear sa third billing? Sabi ni Renz, third billing na raw siya. Third billing na ba ito? Yes or no? Third billing, yes or no? Ito ay after third payment, pero is this a third billing? The answer is no. Okay, tama si Cyril. Bakit no, sir? Kasi late siya. Di ba sabi ko, kapag ka na-late siya nagbayad, gagamitan natin ng IB. So ito, gagamitan natin ng IB. So magkano talaga yung babayaran niya? Gross balance. Ayan, so this gross balance is not the balance on his third billing kasi late payment to. So magdadagdag tayo ng 5% na penalty rate. At magkano kakalabasan nun? Because the payment is late, penalty rate of 5% will be applied. How much will that be? Magkano? So gamitin natin yung formula, 'di ba? IB formula kasi late ng payment. So IB is equal to GB times 1 plus I. And the answer is okay, that is correct. 3,838.46 pesos. Ito, okay? Ito yung mag-a-appear. So ito yung second billing niya is 4,569.6. That is correct, Micaela Labay, John Philip Chin, Leslie Dizon. Ayan, so ang dami-dami na nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Yung third billing niya should be 3,838.46 kasi nga na-late siya. So kapag ka nalilate kayo ng bayad talaga, merong penalty rate. Okay? Pag hindi kayo late ng bayad, hindi kayo gagamit ng IB kasi hindi naman dadagdagan yung balanse nyo. Nuggets? Nuggets? O sige, kung nuggets, please react a heart again. Kapag ka medyo, please react a wow. And I'm gonna give you 3 seconds again to take a screenshot of this slide. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. So ano ba yung mga kailangan tandaan natin? Ayan, so take note of the following in computing down payment, gross balance, and increased balance. So last example na natin yan, ano? Remarks na tayo. So gross balance is not necessarily, again, gross balance is not necessarily the amount that needs to be paid. Kapag kayong gross balance is result ng on-time payment, yun ay babayaran. Pero kapag kayong gross balance ay result ng late payment, gagamitin pa natin si IB formula. Okay? And then penalty rate will only apply if a payment is made late or there are acts that violate the agreement. And lastly, payment on purchase made via credit card is usually determined as a percent of outstanding balance. Ganun talaga, class, kapag pagka credit card, ang pagbabayad is naka-percent, no? Hindi gaya sa amortization, di ba? Sa amortization kasi pag sinabing 2K for the rest of the term of payment. Pero kapag credit card, depende doon sa, naka-percent sa, depende doon sa outstanding balance. So pag sinabing 10%, it's 10% for the rest of the payment of term. Hindi gaya ng ibang klase ng payment. Okay. And then of course, exercise. So kaya pa ba ng time natin? Okay, kaya pa ba ng time natin? Sige nga, mabilisan na lang ito. So ano na lang, i-take nyo na lang ng screenshots ito and then just, I'm gonna leave this as exercise for you. Okay, tapos sige, pwede kayo mag-join sa FB group ng DepEd Itulay. And then pwede nyo i-upload ko doon ito. Try ko i-upload ito, no, itong problem na ito, and then post nyo doon yung inyong sagot. Pwede ba yan? Sige, thumbs up na lang kapag ka naintindihan. So, merong tayong DepEd Itulay Facebook group, aside dito sa Facebook page. Try ko i-upload itong problems na ito, and then you're going to upload your answers doon sa post na yon. Okay, so take a screenshot. Okay, so ay mukha pa lang working si Ma'am Mira. So nice topic po ito. Ganito ang gagawain ko sa work ko before us. Okay, ayan. So nakakaano naman. Thank you, Ma'am Mira. Okay, so take a screenshot. Okay, ito yung mga sagot natin. Ayan. So take screenshot 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Next. So kapag ang formula, anong formula daw gagamitin natin? If payment is made on time, the formula that we're going to use is GB is equal to PB times 1 minus PR. Yan lang. Okay, pagka on time. If payment is made late, okay, if the payment made is late pala, no? Kapag ka late, dalawang formula ang gagamitin natin, which is si GB tsaka si IB. Okay. So wag lang kayo malilito, just calm down kapag ka nagsosolve kayo para hindi kayo mawala. Okay. Ayan, so sumagot pa si Jomar, that is correct. Thank you, Jomar. And this is our DIY or do-it-yourself. So itong exercise na ibibigay ko, dalawang items lang yan kasi medyo mabigat na yan. Okay, so that has been our discussion for today about computation of current increased balance for our quarter 2 week 2 session for business mathematics. And if you have some questions or kung kung meron kayong gustong i-suggest, kung nabibilisan kayo sa pagsasalita ko during our session today, just reach me via my social media accounts sa aking Google, sa aking Gmail at sa aking Facebook Messenger. And ayan, so promote ko na rin so bukod sa business mathematics, we also have sessions for general mathematics every Friday din yan. So mas maaga ng time slot sa akin with Tutor Ryan and Tutor Ron. And we also have P-Calculus. Ito kasabay ko naman ito for STEM students, no? For with Tutor Erwin and Tutor Zara. And after this session, we have Travel Learn with Tutor Jester and Tutor Avhil. So right after this, ay meron tayong Travel Learn with Tutor Jester and Tutor Avhil. And before we end, I would like to leave this quotation for you. Remember, always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. So we just have to make ourselves realize what we can do in our life. Okay, so that's by Eleanor Roosevelt. Ayan, so maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. This has been another session for Senior High School Business Mathematics. I am Tutor Eljun at magsama-sama tayo muli sa susunod na Friday from 4:40 to 5:20 ng hapon. Muli magandang hapon sa inyong lahat at paalam. Bye-bye!